I was exposed to PT the same way many students are. I actually was exposed through an injury. I tore my ACL my junior year of high school and had to go to a bunch of doctor's visits, and I remember hearing that I couldn't do soccer or cross country anymore, and it broke my heart. And I actually had surgery later that summer and then had to go to a PT for my recovery. And the first PT I went to was one of the worst doctor's experiences I've had. The PT didn't even bother to learn my name and never made me feel like he cared about my recovery at all. So I stopped doing my exercises. I was a bad patient. And then I had to go back to my doctor for a few month check-in, and I was actually regressing. So he told me that if I didn't start working on my care, my recovery, I would have really bad tightness in my hamstrings and in my knee joints. So he sent me to a different therapist, and this is actually where I really started to get interested in PT. My new therapist, Ryan, was really motivational, really just uplifting, and helped me set goals and would just constantly educate me on everything he was doing and why he was doing it, which was just awesome. And it was kind of an eye-opening experience. And I was like, maybe I could see myself doing this one day. And the more I thought about it, I kind of talked to him about it, and he encouraged me to look into programs. And I just realized it's kind of a combination of all my interests. I really like anything dealing with the human body. It's really interesting to me. I also really like knowing that I can help change a person's life, and I know that Ryan helped change my life. And also, obviously, talking is just a bonus for the career. And the reason I chose Milwaukee, I started looking into all the programs that I applied to, and I originally had my mind pretty set that I wanted to go to lacrosse, but then I looked into Milwaukee's program and saw that they started clinicals right away in the summer, and also that they had a big research base, and that's really important to me because I think it's obviously really important to know how to do your job, but I also think it's really cool to know why you're doing exactly what you're doing, and research is the biggest key to that. So I chose Milwaukee and applied and got in, and now I'm really happy with the program so far.
Clinical education is a completely different playing field than classroom work. In a clinic, you have to be able to think on your feet and apply the skills you learn in the classroom to a real-life situation. You're also dealing with patients who don't have the same knowledge base as you and have outside lives, and your education is not their top priority. You also might have to go outside of your comfort zone in a clinic and work with patients that you've never worked with before, that are in situations that you've never seen. But it is really helpful in our clinical education that we have an instructor there to help us with any problems that we encounter. Also in the clinical education, you have to develop a different set of skills than classroom skills. You have to develop customer service skills to work with patients and help them feel comfortable. The didactic education is more of the building blocks, and that's what you can improve upon in clinical education. First and foremost, as a PT, you have to diagnose and be able to treat someone, regardless of the relationship you have. But second of all, to become a great therapist, you have to form a trusting relationship with people, and those combined make a great therapist.
Healthy people don't come in and see physical therapists. Therefore, therapists are privy to a time in someone's life when they're having a really difficult period, they've just gotten hurt, they can't do the things that they used to be able to. A lot of people will deal with this in different ways, whether it be anger, depression, or even determination to work through it. So as a therapist, you need to understand and accept their emotions and also be able to work through them to help them recover. A therapist is only as good as the knowledge that they possess, and with new research coming out daily, it's really imperative that therapists stay up to date with the research so that they know that the techniques and treatments that they're implementing in their clinics are really state-of-the-art and up to date so that their patients are getting the best care possible. In addition to being able to empathize with patients, it's also really important to be able to put people at ease, whether that be through a sense of humor or helping them look towards the future. If a client is comfortable, they're going to have a much easier time attaining the goals that you've set for them. I believe that clients would agree and list these same things, maybe not in the same order, depending on the person, but they want to be able to recover quickly and under the care of someone that knows what they're doing and really cares about them. I'm committed and dedicated to being the best PT that I can possibly be. Since my senior year in high school, when I made this bodysuit of all the muscles, through my undergrad, I've been working to attain this goal. I was in PT club all 4 years. I took a Spanish minor with the knowledge that one day I was thinking about practicing in an urban area. And I've also done multiple shadows in an elementary school, at a college setting, in an outpatient clinic, hospital orthopedics, and also while I was studying abroad in Spain, I did a shadow in one of their clinics. And through this actual shadowing process, I realized I was more into the neurological field. This scholarship would widen my selection of clinical experiences so that I'm not dependent on location. Additionally, it will reduce my dependence on financial aid. I plan on supporting and advancing the PT field by remaining active in research both as a participant and as a consumer. This is an integral part of the PT profession, and it will help increase the pace of treatment and the longevity of recovery for patients. And I plan on giving back by continuing to invest my time and passion into the profession. I'm really excited. I just joined the Student APTA, and they have a conclave coming up in November that I'm planning on attending. And I really just want to stay involved in the community and let my voice be heard.